Okay, here we go. So first of all, I want to give you, each of you, a little bit of the history behind Viatri and Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus was our very first customer, and this is something that we really pride ourselves on here at Viatri. Anytime we talk about the Viatri story or how our company gets started, it always ends with, and Neiman Marcus was our very first customer. We have had a 27-year relationship with Neiman Marcus, and we're extremely proud of it. Unfortunately, in recent years, our growth with Neiman Marcus has slowed. Our brand has really become tired there. The buyers have become tired. The sales associates, the displays are tired. We really need your help, and that's why we've called on retail assistants to help us re-energize our brand with Neiman Marcus. So that's where we are. With your partnership, in the next year, in the next couple quarters, we really anticipate building our brand there again, getting more product on the store shelves. But right now, we need your help to figure out what's going on and how do we get that energy back. So our goals for you, for each one of you with Retail Assistance Corporation, we want you to re-energize the Viatri brand, really evaluate our position on the sales floor, gather and report the feedback from each of the gift gallery managers, compile thorough reports that are going to help us with new product placement, and prepare the floor for new merchandise that will be received in the next few months. So when you go into these stores right now in the next couple of weeks within this first month, please remember that we're in a transition period with Neiman Marcus. We are working on a large inventory swap out. We are working to place new products in their top stores and then trickle down to all 41 stores that we work with. And we need your help to do that. And we need your help to make sure that while we're placing this new product, that we're putting it in the best place and that we're really optimizing our position on the sales floor. So those are our goals for you. Maybe a little bit different than a goal that you've received from another company. It's not just about merchandising in this sense. It's about evaluation, gathering and compiling information, and getting that to us in a format that we can understand and really negotiate what our needs are with the buyers. And one way to really remind yourself of this goal and something to keep in mind, we've developed this here at Viatri. It's called Trim the Competition. It's about training, relationship building, inventory management, and merchandising. And the reason why we say trim the competition is our competition is outselling us at Neiman Marcus, and we have had it. We're not going to let this happen anymore. Our brand is fantastic. We are the largest importer of Italian ceramics in the United States. We've won the Arts Award, which is the top award in our industry, for 4 years in a row. We are the company that needs to have the best position in Neiman Marcus. And unfortunately, our competition has taken that away from us. And with your help, we're really going to trim away that competition and make sure that Viatri is represented in the best, most impactful way in each one of these stores. So how do you trim that competition? First, it's about establishing relationships. We're asking that you establish relationships with the bridal registry team, the store manager, the department manager, each of the sales associates, and the personal shopper team. What you'll find and what you'll hear as you talk with each of these people, many of them have never met anyone from Viatri. They've never had a local rep call on them, and they need your help. They're looking to build that relationship. So give them the information that you have and that you learn from this PowerPoint. Talk to them about making sure that they have the right catalogs on the sales floor, our brochure, any type of feedback. They are going to be open and willing to give you this type of information. Many of these department managers will remember the days when Viatri was a top seller in their stores, and they're going to want to get back to that. So Don't hesitate with building these relationships. Feel confident in the fact that you are the first person to walk into this store after many, many, many years without a relationship. Another goal that we want you to achieve is to increase the sell-through of the current inventory through enhanced merchandising, consistent product education, and increased stock on the sales floor. When you walk into some of these stores, you may find that there's more product in the back stock than there is on the selling floor. Your goal is to get this product out of the back stock, get it organized and merchandised in a clear, concise way, and help us sell through some of this current inventory. The more we sell through, the more new, exciting product that we're going to be able to place in each of these stores. Like I said before, we're really going to need you to communicate each of the needs that Neiman Marcus has through thorough reporting and photographs. With each of these aspects, we're going to be able to achieve a broadened and deepened product assortment and a better floor position. We also want you to prepare the sales floor for the arrival of new merchandise and to negotiate optimal floor position. Now, this may not happen in that first or second visit, but once you've been to the store 3 or 4 times, and once we have alerted you that your store will receive new merchandise, we're going to want you to work with our design team here at VA-Tree to develop a floor plan and work with those Neiman Marcus sales associates to make sure the floor is ready to receive that new merchandise. And of course, we want to be in the best floor position there is. We want bays devoted to VA-Tree, and we want tables devoted to VA-Tree as well. So each month you'll have several responsibilities. The first will be to take a full inventory. And when I say a full inventory, we'll have a spreadsheet for each of you that's based on the assortment on hand for each one of your stores. So essentially you'll just check off and make tick marks of how many of each piece that they have and reconcile that with the inventory sheet that we provide you. We're also going to want to make sure that you check the floor presentation, re-merchandise as needed, and really clean that display area. Some of these shelves may not have been dusted in years. Once again, we're going to want you to confirm that all the product in the assortment is represented on the selling floor. So using the inventory on-hand checklist that we'll provide you in your kit, we're going to want you to make sure that all that product is represented on the sales floor and it's all in one key place. As you establish those relationships, your responsibility is to always try to obtain the best position on the selling floor. Please check the stock room and the backup stock position and communicate that in your report. Also check the brochures. On these first couple of visits, I can guarantee you that each store will not have brochures, or they'll be very outdated brochures. Once we send you the brochures that you'll have on hand, your job will be to replenish the brochure inventory and to let us know if additional brochures are needed. Of course, we want you to meet with each of the store personnel and to begin to build that relationship and to have a dialogue with them. Discuss the customer reaction to the current product assortment, to the VA-Tree brand, and of course to our competition. Record any customer requests, and these may be requests that consumers are asking the sales associates. These may be requests that the sales associates or the department managers talk to you about. We also want you to evaluate the competition, and this may be one of the biggest responsibilities that you have. When we refer to the competition in this PowerPoint and in any type of collateral or in your checklist or reporting document, we're always referring to the company that's called Jalisca. Jalisca is our #1 competitor, and they have the sales floor positioning that we want to achieve. We want to win that floor positioning back. And by monitoring what they're doing, what they're selling, and where they're presented on the selling floor will help us have those negotiations with the buying office. So please, when you're evaluating the competition, we're asking for you to evaluate Jalisca. We're also asking that you take before and after photos of the store display and that you train the new sales associates and remind existing sales associates of the VA-Tree story, the best-selling collections, and the care instructions of our product. And these are things that we'll go over in the webinar today, as well as information that will be included in your merchandising kit. So now let's talk a little bit about our company. We've talked about the goals that we have for each of you, but now you need to learn a little bit about Viatri and what sets us apart from our competition. Viatri started in 1983. Susan and Francis Gravely went to Italy with their mother, Lee Gravely. They spent days watching artisans work in nearby factories near the hotel where they were staying. And they fell in love with each one of these factories and the beautiful craftsmanship that they were seeing. And they all said to each other, you know, there is nothing like this in the United States market. We've never seen beautiful handcrafted ceramics with such bold, whimsical colors. So they decided to pack up a trunk full of dinnerware. This was called Campagna, which was Viatri's flagship line. They brought it back to the United States, and for a whole summer they traveled up and down the East Coast and talked to specialty retailers about the product that they had in their trunk. Kind of through the grapevine, they got information about something called the New York tabletop market. So they went to the New York tabletop market and they begged and begged for a little booth. And so they got a little booth right in the lobby where everyone walked through. Neiman Marcus walked through that lobby. They found Viatri, and that was our very first customer. That's how Viatri started. That's why our partnership with Neiman Marcus is so important. It's what started our company and what's really escalated our sales growth throughout the country. We now sell to over 2,000 upscale specialty stores nationwide, but in the end, our relationship with Neiman Marcus continues to be very, very important to us. We have something that we've established called the Viatri Advantage. This is something that we would ask for you to train the sales associates on. It's 3 key points that really sets us apart from our competition. The first, handcrafted Italian treasures. Viatri is the most beautiful, award-winning Italian handcrafted product in the world for over 25 years. Every piece of Viatri is handmade by an artisan who has studied through apprenticeships and through maestro artisans for generations. We're also everyday luxury. We have the most durable, dishwasher-safe earthenware with over 15 microwavable collections. There is no other company that can be used every day for casual entertaining and then dressed up on a sophisticated table for very sophisticated formal settings. We are everyday luxury. We also have trend-setting design. Viatri is the most publicized, timeless, and trend-setting Italian designs for your entire home. If you flip through any home decor magazine, any gourmet magazine, any cooking magazine, if you watch the Food Network, you will always see Viatri products featured. There is no other brand that's more publicized than us. Now we're going to talk a little bit about our product. First, let's talk about the Italian inspiration and the Italian design. This is something that we pride ourselves on. When you're talking to the sales associates at each of these Neiman Marcus stores, remind them that everything that's shown in our Viatri catalog is handmade in Italy. It's something that all Americans aspire to. They have that dream of an Italian lifestyle, or they dream of vacationing in Italy. Italy is a center of art and great design. We work with up to 35 factories throughout Italy, so all the way from the northern part of Italy to the southern part of Italy. And everything is handmade, hand-painted, and each piece is a unique work of art. You will not find another company on that Neiman Marcus floor that is completely artisan crafted. We also have established the philosophy of mix and match. We were the first company to bring in solid color dinnerware and really push the concept of mix and match. And from that, we've had other companies follow behind us, but we were the trendsetters in that aspect. We're also proud to have casual and formal looks for a home. Vietri is a lifestyle brand, and we can really outfit your table, your home, your garden, your entire lifestyle can be Vietri. One of the questions that you'll probably get asked the most often is, what sets apart Vietri? What makes earthenware Vietri product different from stoneware? Stoneware is what our competition is made of. So Vietri is made of earthenware, and Deliska, our competition, is stoneware. And this will be one of the questions that all of the sales associates ask you, I'm sure. Earthenware is all natural. We use all natural clays that are fired and baked. This is a key element that distinguishes Vietri. Earthenware is completely natural. There are no additives and there are no preservatives. We have the most durable, dishwasher safe, and microwavable earthenware on the market. Stoneware, which is a clay that's often found in Portugal, can be used to create solid color products, but stoneware leaves little room for design, hand-painted detail, or color. When you look at the stoneware offerings, they're often very muted, very basic color choices, and that's not what the Italian lifestyle is about. Vietri is about bold colors, gorgeous hand-painted strokes, and amazing intricate details around each piece. So that's why we use earthenware. Earthenware creates a beautiful design and detail, and the result is a product unlike anything else on the Neiman Marcus selling floor. Our product is elegant enough to serve to the most distinguished guest, but it's also durable and strong enough to use every single day. There are 3 types of earthenware, so that means there are 3 types of clay that you'll see on the Neiman Marcus selling floor that are represented by Vietri. The first is terracotta. Terracotta is a hard semi-fired clay with a natural brownish color, and this is Italian for baked earth. Our Bellezza collection, which is part of the Neiman Marcus assortment, is made of terracotta. Another type of earthenware is called Terra Bianco, and that's a white clay. This clay is represented in our Francesca Blue and a Fresco collection that's featured in Neiman Marcus. This is a lighter weight clay, and it's usually used in our most sophisticated collections, the ones with the most intricate painting, and you'll see that in some of the pictures we go over soon. Lastly, there's Terra Marrone clay. This is the most durable clay that Vietri works with. It's a dark brown clay that is used in outdoor Italian sculptures. Vietri, along with our artisans, developed a hardening paste that's used in conjunction with the Terra Marrone clay, and this makes anything made of Terra Marrone microwave, oven, dishwasher, and freezer safe. Encanto, our best-selling collection, and the one that you'll see most in the Neiman Marcus assortment, is made of Terra Marrone. As you're familiarizing yourself with each one of our collections, when you go into each of these Neiman Marcus stores, flip over the product and you'll be able to tell which clay it is. If it has a brown exposed clay, that's terracotta. If it's white, that's Terra Bianca. And if it's black, it's Terra Marrone. You'll see it at the very bottom of each piece. Now let's talk a little bit about the care of earthenware, or the care of Vietri products at each of these stores. Every single piece of Vietri that you see in Neiman Marcus is dishwasher safe. Almost every single piece that you see is microwave safe too. Encanto, Bellezza, and Rosso Vecchio, which are all part of the Neiman Marcus assortment, are microwave safe. Francesca Blue and a Fresco, which are the most sophisticated, most formal Vietri collections, are just dishwasher safe. Another thing that the sales associates may ask you about is, well, this piece is a little bit different than that piece, or this hand painting is a little bit different. It's not as dark, or it's a little bit lighter. This is called nature of goods, and once again, this just reiterates that every single piece of Vietri has been touched by someone's hand. There may be thumbprints or slight variations in color or shape, but all this does is once again signify that every single piece of VH3 is made by hand and made by an artisan. So these are not defects in quality or design, but it's something that VH3 really prides itself in. It's kind of like the signature of each artisan because every single piece is different. It shows that our product is not machine made, and that's probably the biggest differentiating factor between VH3 and our competition. Let's talk about the VH3 merchandising guidelines as well. As you go into these stores, once again, these first couple months, it may be more about organizing the product or making sure that you're getting all of the product out on the selling floor. I'll be honest with you, there is not going to be enough merchandise in many of these locations to create over-the-top table settings. But what we need your help in doing is making it clear and easy for the consumer to understand and to shop from. So the first aspect would be to feature the most important collections and or patterns within a collection at eye level. So in this instance, the most important collection is going to be our Encanto collection, and I'll go through pictures of that in a second. But Encanto, it's all white. It's made of the dark Terra Marrone clay. This is the one that you're going to want to feature most prominently. We also want to make sure that each one of our collections are merchandised separately. So Encanto should be merchandised together. Bellezza should be merchandised together. ratw should be merchandised together, Francesca Blue, and then a Fresco. And the reason is these collections are very different. They're different in terms of the type of clay that we use. They're different in terms of the weight of the product and also the overall look. So the consumer is going, when they purchase VH3, they're going to just usually buy into one collection, which is why it's so important to keep these separate. We also want to make sure that the place setting pieces are clearly identified. So always feature a charger, a dinner, a salad, a mug, a cereal, and then a pasta. These should be featured together as a unit so a customer understands what that place setting looks like. One thing that makes VH3 different is we're not sold as a 5-piece place setting like a lot of fine china or other dinnerware companies are. Like I said, VH3 is all about mix and match. So we want these pieces to be different, but it will be important to really feature them together as one unit. And then also make sure that within the place setting, so as we go through Encanto, there are several different Encanto patterns within the collection. You're going to want to make sure that each one of these patterns is clearly identified on an easel, but then also stacked out if there are additional place settings. This will help the presentation look full and impactful. And if the stock levels allows, and if there is floor position available, say there's a lot of Encanto product and you can really work to get a table setting, do it. Work with the sales associate. Establish that relationship. It'll create a stronger visual impact. So now let's talk a little bit about the Neiman Marcus assortment. In every single Neiman Marcus store, you'll see Bellezza White, Encanto, ratw, a Fresco, Francesca Blue, and Rustic Garden. We also have consignment product that's available in select stores only, and those are in the North Park, the Fort Worth, and the St. Louis store. And that product includes Painted Palm and Jute. So let's talk a little bit about Encanto. Like I said before, Encanto is dishwasher, microwave, oven, and freezer safe. Within the collection, there are 4 different designs that are meant to be mixed and matched together. And what we mean by that is there's a different dinner plate that can be mixed with a salad plate, that can be mixed with a cereal bowl. So each person at a table setting can really have their own unique presence. It's made of the dark Terra Marrone clay, and this is the top bridal pattern. This is VH3's most popular collection, and it's the one that will be featured the most prominently in our Neiman Marcus stores. All Neiman Marcus stores will have their most inventory in this collection. We're working to deepen this assortment over the next several months, so in many of your stores you may be receiving more merchandise. Encanto should be the major focus of all of your displays. Rosso Vecchio is a red collection. It's a solid color red, and I do apologize that there aren't any photographs in here. I think we're having a technical issue because there were pictures within each one of these slides. So we'll go through this. In the document that we mailed to you, there'll be pictures. I can also send the presentation to you with the pictures as well, but I do apologize because there were pictures in every single one of these. Rosso Vecchio is a solid color red dinnerware. This is dishwasher safe and microwave safe. The assortment that you see in the Neiman Marcus stores for Rosso Vecchio is going to be very small. It's going to be a broken assortment. There may be a mug or a salad plate. Keep this mixed together. By the end of July, all of this red solid color dinnerware will be returned to Vietri, and we'll be sending in new merchandise. So for the time being, just make sure that everything is represented on the selling floor and that it's all grouped together. The next collection is Bellezza. Bellezza means beautiful in Italian. It's a lightweight dinnerware collection that's very popular for our brides. Once again, in your Neiman Marcus stores, this assortment is going to be broken as well. There are minimal pieces. Please keep all of the pieces of Bellezza together. You'll notice immediately the difference between Bellezza and Incanto. Bellezza is made of a terracotta clay, and that brown shows through each of the pieces. Incanto is much heavier, and it's made of a dark terra marrone clay. Do not mix Bellezza and Incanto together, and I can guarantee you when you walk into these stores, it will be mixed together. Please, please separate it. It is not the same collection. Bellezza will be returned by the end of July as well, and we'll be sending in new merchandise. So for the time being, just please keep it consistent and organized. Francesca Blue and Affresco, which are the most sophisticated collections that Vietri offers, these are quintessentially Italian. They're absolutely gorgeous. Once again, these are going to be smaller assortments as well. Affresco will be returned by July. Francesca Blue, our Neiman Marcus stores will keep, and will deepen this assortment as we continue to reestablish our relationship. So please keep these collections together. Merchandise them, usually probably in the bottom of a display, but they have great accessory pieces that are really great sellers, so make sure that all of these pieces are represented on the floor. Rustic Garden, back about 5 years ago, Rustic Garden was 40% of our Neiman Marcus business. It was a huge part of our business. For Vietri in general, it's one of our top-selling collections. Each piece of our Rustic Garden collection is hand-turned. It's absolutely exquisite. The designs are inspired by the Italians' love for the outdoors. You'll see a few pieces within each one of your stores. This is a bestseller for Neiman's, but it hasn't been replenished. I'm working to get this collection replenished for you. It doesn't have to be merchandised with Vietri dinnerware. You can incorporate it into really impactful table settings or into outdoor displays, and it will look great. So once again, this doesn't have to be with the dinnerware, but if there's a gorgeous table setting, try to get our Rustic Garden piece in the center of that table because it will sell when it's featured that way. In your consignment stores, Painted Palm is one of the collections that you'll see. This is an extension of our best-selling Incanto collection. There are lush palms that are hand-painted on each piece. Painted Palm is microwave, oven, freezer, and dishwasher safe. You'll have a full assortment to work with when it comes to Painted Palm. This should be layered in with the Incanto collection as well as with the Juke collection, which we'll go over in just a second. Make sure that all of the pieces are represented on the selling floor, and because this assortment is full, work to obtain a table setting. If you work with a table that's Incanto, Painted Palm, and Jute, it will be over the top, it will stop consumers in their tracks, and it will sell. I guarantee it. Jute is another collection that's just for those consignment stores. This collection is seasonless. It's actually, we use real pieces of jute that are hand pressed into each of the molds to create this great texture on the pieces. It's perfect for gifts or standalone items, and it gives texture to any table. So you can work jute in with your painted palm, with your Encanto. You can also mix it with a fresco or Francesca blue. If the store has a large Jalisca presence, our jute collection mixes very well with Jalisca's new bamboo collection. This is something that the sales associates will be very interested to know. So Vietry's jute is a great partner to Jalisca's bamboo collection. It's a great way to cross-merchandise and cross-sell both of the collections. Let's talk a little bit about Vietry's bridal business. Once again, you can use our Vietry Advantage 3 tips that we talked about earlier when you're educating the sales associates on why a bride should register for Vietry. Once again, we're handcrafted Italian treasures. Brides want to be different. Brides are aware of what's going on in the world. They don't want a product that's machine-made. They want something that celebrates design and celebrates handcrafted products. They want to support the history behind artisans in Italy as well as in other countries. And by registering for Vietry, they can do that. We're also everyday luxury. We're what that bride wants. They want to make their everyday entertaining feel special, and the way they can do that is by registering for Vietry. We have durable, dishwasher-safe earthenware with over 30 microwavable collections. These products are elegant enough to use on your most sophisticated, entertaining nights, but also they have the durability and the strength to be used every single day. This is a huge selling point. You can dress up your table or dress down your table with Vietry. And we're all about trend setting. Vietry works with our factories in Italy. Italy is always ahead of the trend. The most trendy brides are going to want to register for Vietry. And who is the Vietry bride? This is something that you can also talk to the sales associates about. The Vietry bride demands quality, value, and style. They're traditional in their taste and behavior, and they love to entertain. They want casual, easy-to-maintain dinnerware that's dishwasher and microwave safe, but elegant enough for the most formal occasion. They value artisan-made products, and they build on their dinnerware throughout their lifetime. This is a huge selling point. A Vietry bride becomes a lifelong Vietry collector. So if a Vietry bride registers at Neiman Marcus, she becomes a lifelong Neiman Marcus customer. We add pieces 2 to 4 times a year to many of our collections, so a bride can continually add to her pattern or add different accent pieces or seasonal pieces to create a different table for any type of the year, whether it be summer entertaining or holiday entertaining. So really push that with these sales associates that a Vietry bride becomes a customer for life. In this webinar, just to note that the code word for your reporting purposes is Vietry. And also one other thing to note is when you're going into each of the Neiman Marcus stores, please dress up for the Neiman Marcus dress code. So you're going to dress up when you go into each one of these stores. And then lastly, the information that we went over first, my email address along with my extension, and then we went over that information at the beginning of the call in case you can't get in touch with me. And I honestly apologize for the problem with the images. We had really great examples with every single one of these slides, so I need to get with my team and get that fixed. We will email that link out to you once this call is over with the updated images. We've also recorded this call and we'll send the link out so you can access that at any time if you want to review the information that we went over. This presentation along with the images will also be printed out in a hard copy form that you can review in your merchandising kit as well. So I know that was a lot of information that we went over, but if anyone has any questions, you can type those into the bottom of your screen now, and I can answer those aloud, or you can email them or give me a call, and we can talk one-on-one as well if you'd like to do it that way. While I'm waiting to see if you have any questions, I am going to quickly, since we didn't have any visuals, and you are merchandisers, so it's all about visuals, I am going to try to click through our website and just give you a quick sense of some of the images that I was referring to as I was speaking. I think that this would be very helpful. You can also feel free to go through the VHRE website at any time. So the first collection actually that is represented here on our homepage is our Encanto collection. So this next slide that you see is our Bellezza collection. Neiman Marcus will have that in a white color. So let me just click to Encanto really quick so you can get a visual of that. So this is our Encanto collection. You'll see many of these accessory pieces on the sales floor. Like we said, this is the most popular collection, and this is what Neiman Marcus will have most in stock. We also have our Bellezza collection. This was the assortment that we were talking about that will be a little bit broken, but they should have a little bit of it on their sales floor. This is a white collection. As you can see, there are ornamental rolls that are used to create each one of these pieces, and the terracotta clay shows through every single one. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Painted Palm collection is something that some of your stores will have, the consignment stores will have, and that can be found well, before I get to that one, this is the Afresco collection that I was talking about, one of the most sophisticated, most Italian-looking lines that we have, absolutely beautiful. And then very similar to Afresco, we have Francesca Blue, which is a similar look but more of in a blue color. This is a collection that we're going to keep in Neiman Marcus, and we're going to try to replenish this assortment. As you can see here, this picture features some of the Rustic Garden collection that we also talked about. So even if a store only has 1 to 2 pieces of this beautiful garden, if you incorporate it into a table setting or into an aisle presentation or a larger display, it's going to look really nice, and it's going to mix and match with anything. This is the Painted Palm collection, so you'll see the beautiful Encanto shapes. We use our best-selling Encanto shapes, and then there's hand-painted palms on each one of the pieces. This is going to be in the consignment store. So as you can see, this green and white really pops, and it creates a gorgeous display. It literally stops people in their tracks when they see it. And then we have the jute collection. This is another collection that will be in the consignment stores. It's seasonless, and it's going to mix with everything that we've talked about. But the way we are going to want you to show it is with Painted Palm, Encanto, and jute. And I actually have schematics that will send you of how we want this merchandised in your planogram. So those were some of the collections that we were referring to on the phone, just to give you a visual. And then let me show you quickly our Rustic Garden collection. Just gorgeous Italian colors in all different shapes and sizes that will be really, really nice in the table settings. So it doesn't look like we have any questions. I'm sure everyone's just trying to digest all of the information. Let us know if we can help you with anything else, and thank you so much for your patience with this. It never fails that we have some type of a technical difficulty, but we will get everything to you that you need so you can get started visiting these stores. Thank you so much for your help, and